Let me guess, you are watching this video because you are about to start potty training your toddler, and that can bring on a lot of feelings. I once asked my Instagram community, how do you feel about potty training? And the overwhelming answer was nervous. Like, that specific word came up over and over and over again. If you're feeling nervous, you are not alone. So many parents feel nervous heading into potty training. And one of the biggest reasons that I think that parents feel nervous about heading into potty training is, why do we feel nervous about doing anything? We don't know what to expect. The best way to curb this is to have a plan and know what to do for you to have a successful potty training experience. So what we're going to talk about today is 3 simple steps to have a successful potty training experience from the start. Now, not only are we going to talk about 3 simple steps for potty training, but I'm also going to share some tips for poop at the end of the video. So make sure that you stick around so that you can get those, because a lot of families have trouble when it comes to teaching their child to poop in the potty, and I don't want that to be you. So I'm going to talk about poop and all the things that you need to know to have a successful potty training experience. Okay, so let's talk about that first one. We're gonna prep for potty training. Again, we're not gonna make it complicated. You just need to make sure that your little one is ready, that you are ready, and that you have all your supplies and everything prepared. So for your little one, this is low key. You can read some potty books, you can listen to some potty stories or videos or shows, you can pretend play with toys and go potty. Just keep it low key, keep it simple. You really don't even need to do anything, but it is helpful if your child has a little bit of exposure to the potty before you start potty training, so that they have a little buy-in, they're a little bit interested. They don't need to be, but it doesn't hurt. You also want to consider if you're going to use rewards for your child's potty training experience to really help them be excited and motivated to put their pee and poop in the potty. Now, something that you also want to make sure that you consider as you are preparing is, are you ready to get started? So I mentioned that a little bit when I was talking about pick a date. Are you ready to commit? Now, that doesn't mean that if you get started that you can't pause if things don't feel like they're going right, but you do want to make sure that you are ready to really ditch the diaper and commit to teaching your child this big new skill. So there is a theme here. Potty training is not just about your child. You are potty training. They are learning to use the potty. You're the one teaching them this big new skill. So you're really using this experience to build your relationship with each other. Now, this is not the last time that you are going to be building a relationship with your child. Over the course of their life, you're going to be doing this, right? There's going to be other experiences throughout your child's life where you are going to be teaching them to navigate new experiences, maybe potentially challenging experiences. I want you to think of this potty training experience as a time where you are really setting the stage for the rest of your relationship with them. I know that feels kind of crazy and big to say, but you are using this to show them that you are going to support them through hard things, that you are there for them to teach them new skills and experiences, and that you're going to do this together, because you're going to get through this together, just like you're going to get through all of the other experiences that come along the way of your parenting. Now that we've gone over how to prepare for potty training, step 2 is actually potty training. Okay, so don't freak out. You can do this, I promise. Now, when it comes to potty training, you are going to teach your child not just how to pee and poop in the potty. Now, hang with me for a second. You're also going to be teaching them how to recognize their own body sensations so that they can initiate when they feel the need to pee and poop on the potty, and they can make their way to the potty to pee and poop, right? You don't want them to just be able to pee and poop in the potty anytime you take them, because what happens when you're not available to take them? What happens when they're out and about at the park, at the playground, at a friend's house, at grandma's house, at daycare, or wherever? You want them to be able to initiate when they feel the need to pee and poop in the potty. So that is really the goal of potty training. It's not just the pottying part, it's them learning to listen and have that body awareness. Now, with that, you also want to make sure that you are taking an approach that is going to build on your child's confidence and really teach them that they have the ability to do this, right? If you come in and you are putting on the pressure, they're going to be like, whoa, I don't know what to do with this. So it's really important to take a low pressure approach, and one that is also highly motivating for your child. You're supporting them, you're motivating them, you are encouraging them that they can do this. Now, I'm not saying that you need to do this in an over-the-top, annoying kind of way, but you are there to support them, and you want to give them that confidence that they can learn this skill so that when they start to recognize those signs, they're like, oh yeah, I got this, versus if they have an accident and they feel kind of defeated by that. We want to avoid that. So we really want to layer in that low pressure, high motivation to help build on these skills. Now, something to keep in mind when it comes to potty training is some kids will pick up on it pretty quickly, and some kids will need a little bit more time and motivation and support along the way. Now, if you're potty training your child and they're not picking up on the skills really quickly, that's a good time to ask yourself, am I layering in this low pressure, high motivation pieces of potty training? Am I really encouraging them and supporting them to learn how to recognize those body signs? Or am I maybe taking them to the potty too frequently that they're not getting a chance to even learn that? So it's really important just to go in with realistic expectations. Every child is different. I can't tell you exactly what to expect because I don't have a crystal ball. You know your child best. You know what lights them up. You know what they like. You know what they really gravitate towards, you know what their personality is. I want you to use all that information during your potty training experience. What is fun for them? How can you bring that into the potty training experience? How can you use those things to help motivate them in a way that feels natural, feels good, and doesn't feel like you're pressuring them to learn this skill in a way that maybe they're not ready for? Now, this is where poop expectations come in too. If your child is learning how to use the potty, oftentimes peeing in the potty will be something that clicks for them first. And that doesn't mean that they're not gonna get there when it comes to pooping in the potty. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more time and a little bit more practice. Again, it's so important when it comes to potty training, especially when it comes to teaching your child to poop in the potty, that they feel comfortable physically, emotionally, that they feel supported. If we start putting on the pressure because we're nervous that they might get constipated or that they aren't learning, they're having these poop accents or whatever it might be, your child is going to feel that. Okay, so there's one thing that is really important that I want you to keep in mind when it comes to potty training. I know that there is commonly this talk about 3-day potty training methods. And although I do suggest starting out with 3 days at home to set a solid foundation for potty training doesn't end after 3 days. Like we just talked about, you're gonna send your kid back to daycare, school, to another childcare provider, maybe with grandma or grandpa or a babysitter or nanny, whoever, right? They are going to still need support to learn how to use the potty with different people in different places and to really master the skill. You're just setting that solid foundation those first 3 days, and you can see a lot of success in 3 days, but they're still gonna need help to progress and make this part of their day-to-day routine from there. They're little, they're gonna need your help. They need your help with everything, right? Like there's a lot of things that your child still needs help with. So I just want you to go in with the expectation that yes, you can focus on potty training in the first few days and have a lot of progress in those first few days, but it doesn't end there. Your child is still gonna need help with the potty process, probably for a little bit, whether that's with wiping, pulling up their bottoms, washing their hands, some reminders along the way about using the potty. They are still gonna need your support. So I just want you to know that yes, you can make a lot of progress pretty quickly, but your child's little and they need your help, and that is okay. Okay, so just like you want to support your child through potty training and you want them to have the confidence to learn this skill, you want them to master this big new skill, I also want you to have the confidence to teach it to them. I really want you to feel confident going into this experience rather than nervous. Yeah, there still might be some nerves mixed in, but you deserve to know exactly what to do during the process. So I want you to subscribe to the page for all the best potty training information, and also head to the links in the description for more potty training resources to help guide you through this experience. You deserve to have a good experience, your child deserves to have a good experience, and you can make it through potty training and say bye to those nerves. You can do it.